Hello friends, zynxize Gaming here. I am Thumps, or better known as Aaron in the real world, and today I am bringing you some team deathmatch on Fallen, which is obviously Modern Warfare 3, if you didn't know. So it's a pretty cool game. What do I use? I can't even remember. I use the ACR, I believe, after much deliberation. And what have I got with that? I got Sleight of Hand Pro, I got Quick Draw Pro, I got Dead Silence, and I'm also using Kick. And I've shoved the holographic sight on top of it to help me and assist me with aiming. It's a good gameplay. I get all my kill streaks, which I can't remember what they were. It was quite a while ago now, but do enjoy that. But I've got an awesome topic to talk about with you guys. Well, I'm going to talk at you guys with today, and it's basically, I know it sounds a bit weird, but it does relate to games and that sort of stuff. Why kids behave badly in classrooms nowadays. And you may be thinking this is going to be boring as fuck, but trust me, it's not as boring as you think. So, as a part-time job, I work at a martial arts centre. And the other day, we was all having a chat about why the traditional martial arts style of teaching doesn't work anymore. Well, it doesn't work for a lot of kids anymore. Maybe adults, but kids, it doesn't really work. They don't have the attention span to do it. And we're saying why, because in the past, apparently, I wasn't actually alive when they used to, well, they still do teach those, but when it was all taught like this, I wasn't even born yet, but they basically used to teach, like, you'd all stand in a line, they'd say, do this, like, do a jab, whatever, you'd throw your arm out, and then the instructor would come along, and he'd look at your position of your hand on your jab, and he'd correct your wrist and be like, no, you have to put it this way. And they'd tilt it slightly, and you have to stand there and keep doing that for a whole session. And it used to work, and people obviously got good at it, like, through doing that, as there was great martial artists in the past. But nowadays, kids, meh, it doesn't work. And yeah, we were saying why, and we sort of, it all boiled down to, as an overall thing, of control. And that may not make any sense, but kids, when they're at home or when they're growing up, they've got so much control nowadays over everything. Everything's made to control and make you feel in control. Examples of this are like TV. You've got the remote, you control it. You come in. I've seen kids fucking like 3-year-olds running around with iPhones and I use them better than I do. And they're bombing it around, playing all their different games. They know how to unlock the phone, get to the game, sit there, and they just play games by themselves. It's all control. They've just got complete control of the phone and what it does. And a great example is Call of Duty. A lot of younger kids do play Call of Duty. I know it says 18, but no one follows those rules. It's pointless. Well, some people do, but no, you sit behind a TV. You've got a controller and you're someone else. You're a different person. But again, you can sort of just you can sort of visualize you actually as that person. You're sitting in that person's eyes and you're fucking playing the game. Yeah, have complete control over everything he does, where he aims, where he shoots, where he looks, blah. And if they was learning martial arts, this does relate to school in a second. But if they was learning martial arts, they don't have any control anymore. You've got to stand there and you do nothing. You just stand there with your arm out, and the instructor comes along and adjusts little tiny parts, and it's like, this is boring. Kids don't enjoy it. So I thought, I particularly weren't a massive fan of being at school. I fucking despised it the whole time I was there. I did really well at GCSEs. Got to my A levels, realised it was fucking shit, and I absolutely hated it. Not for everyone, I understand that. It's just my opinion. I just really didn't like it. It might have been where I went to sixth form. They still treated me like a kid. I'm going to sidetrack a bit, but one story for you is I got told I was going to get a detention. Bearing in mind, I don't even have to be at sixth form here. I can leave any time. I don't actually have to go. And they told me they was going to give me a detention because some of my friends smoked. Not in school, outside of school. They didn't want me hanging around with people that smoked. So they said, look, you keep hanging around with them. We're going to phone your parents and we'll give you a detention. I was like, alright, if you phone my parents, you're going to get a big fucking shock when they tell you to shut up. Idiots. So, yeah, it wasn't for me. And apparently, the behaviour levels at younger students is getting worse. Kids are behaving worse, and so forth. So forth, I put TH on the front of everything because I'm called Thumps. I'm that cool. So, do I get a kill with this Pred? I can't remember. I did. I was surprised. So no, and we was looking. I sort of applied that same theory of control to the school, and I had a look quickly, and I read something about it, and it was exactly the same as the martial arts thing. I'm just got to take a sip of my tea because I'm dying. Oh, I'm so British. So yeah, I took this control thing and had a look at it, and basically what it said is that kids don't behave in a classroom because they get told everything they have to do. I don't know, obviously you've got to grow up and you are going to get told what you have to do. If you're going to work, you can't just expect to walk into a job and be like, right, look everyone, I control what's going on now, you all need to shut up and do what I tell you, sort of thing. But no, it is this thing of they have to sit there, they have no control over anything, you know. You sit in front of a board, the teacher blabs on about what at the time just seems like pointless shit that you don't actually need to know about. Obviously you do. If any young kids are listening, do well at school. It is beneficial. But obviously have a bit of a laugh as well. So no, they have no control. They sit there in front of the board, teacher blabs on, and they can't do anything. They just have to sit there and write and take notes or whatever. And for some kids, that could be a perfect lifestyle. But for the majority, especially including me, I did not just want to sit there and fucking watch a teacher write on the board and talk about shit that I didn't think I needed to know. It just seemed pointless. And what I think is they need to come up with a new teaching style. I know this is coming from someone who doesn't really like school and never really wants to go into any sort of teaching or anything. I just can't deal with it. I'm just too impatient for anyone. Except if you want to learn guitar, I'm not too bad at teaching that. But no, teaching's not my thing. But no, I think they do need to come up with a bit more of a up-to-date teaching method with control. I know they're bringing in all these smart boards and stuff where you can interact with the whiteboard and just stand there and sort of prod at it, and it does what you tell it. It does what you tell it to do. I've got to go in a robot style as I can't talk. But I think the kids need a little bit more control. I don't think nowadays you can expect the kid to sit there for however long the lesson is, an hour or whatever. But well, it's really a 6-hour day. Obviously you have lunch and that, but I don't think you can expect young kids to sit there now and just be quiet, because it's not what they're programmed to do. They've been brought up in a world of technology where everything just works for them. They can just go, do this, do that, and it does it. And yeah, I think they need to come up with that teaching method where the kids have a little bit more control. So I hope that was interesting enough for you. I hope you enjoyed it. Follow zynxize on Twitter. All the updates go on there, and see you in the next video.